Hey everyone, as always, Dylan, Miller Prospecting, and for today's review, I have my third review of this week for Montana. It's Montana-Prospector.com's Paydirt. He also sells on eBay underneath the same name, Montana-Prospector, which is where I got this from. I got this from eBay. This is his 2-pound bag. He has multiple 2-pound bags up. He even has 2 on his website, I believe, but one is a guaranteed gold. This one has no guaranteed gold. It's just a regular 2-pound bag. The cost was $18.79. Now, I did just look, and he has this exact same bag. It's got a different title. It's just a 2-pound bag. All of his 2-pound bags have different titles, but I think he just does that for listings because they all have the exact same description, the same description on about the gold you'll find and stuff like that. So I think it's just, but he has one up there that I believe is $17 and some change. So it's about $1 cheaper. So you could actually get this bag for $1 cheaper. I didn't, unfortunately, he didn't have that one. But another thing is I just noticed today, which I didn't get this deal either, is if you buy one, you get the second one for 75% off. So I could have got 2 of these bags for $23.48. But this same bag on his website is currently selling for $24.95. So the eBay deal is much better if you're going to get this. So I'm going to get right into it. It was 2 pounds. I did weigh it up. I mean, it barely was 2 pounds and like a half of an ounce. So it just barely covered it. Not a big fan of the cheap bags, little Ziploc bags. And also that there's no markings on it who it's from. You know, besides it says eBay on there. So I know I bought it off of eBay, but that's about it. And I don't even know if that was a guarantee. You definitely have to cut this bag open a little better and rinse it out in a little bit. I already spilled some too. Let me put this somewhere safe. Don't spill it. All right, so let's get into it. Again, this is Montana-Prospector.com. A few things more about with him while I classify this. One is I find his website's pretty good. You know, he's got decent descriptions. His descriptions are actually better on his website than they are on eBay. But on eBay, I find his ad to be extremely, let's say, no, not extremely, but I find it to be rude and off-putting. You know, he has a lot on there. I guess he's had a couple bad customers, and I totally understand that. I mean, it happens if you sell on anything. You're going to get some bad customers. But he has some things on there, like if you have under 50 feedback, he'll immediately reject your bid unless you contact him first. And, you know, one of his lines in there he says is, you know, if you have a gambling problem, don't blame it on me. And, you know, that's just, I don't know, it just seems kind of off-putting where he's just, you know, it might just be me, like I said, I don't know. I just found it off-putting, but it took me a longer time to buy this because I've actually seen them on eBay for a while. But that just kind of put me off and made me not want to buy it by, you know, someone being rude and saying, you know, don't buy from me this, don't buy from me for that. So, now this is supposed to be unsearched Paydirt, so it's got no guaranteed amount of gold. Now, I will say one of the things in his description, which, again, isn't really a great selling point, is he tells you that on average, his Paydirt, or the unsearched Paydirt that he's finding, runs about 4 to 7 grams per yard. And that might sound good until you break down how much dirt is in a yard. There's about 2,000 pounds of dirt in a bag in a yard. So 4 grams for 2,000 pounds is not, I mean, it might be good if you're, you know, you're mining and you're running it through equipment. But if you're buying it by the bag, by the pound, that's not good because that means you're roughly going to be finding 0.002 to 0.0035. That's about how much gold it should be in this if it was only what's natural. Now, he does say he put some gold in here. He doesn't say how much. You know, it doesn't really say anything about how much gold you're going to find in there. But, you know, so he does say you will find gold. So I'm going to finish. Oh, and another thing, he says you might find sapphires, which is, you know, it is from Montana, and Montana is known for having sapphires, so he says he has personally found some that have been up to 2 carats. And he's had people say that he found some smaller ones. Now, I don't personally probably think I will find any. I think that's one of those things like some of the sellers say you'll find diamonds and things like that. I think it's such a rare occurrence that I wouldn't expect to find them on a normal basis. So, all right, well, I'm going to let you listen to some music while I finish classifying this down. It does seem, again, it'll be a little damp. I don't know what it is. Lately, I've been getting some damp pay dirt, but it's a little damp. Not too bad. It's still going through classifiers so far. So let's find out and make sure it goes through all of them. And let you listen to some music while I do that. All right, finished classifying it all down, and as you can see, there progressively gets smaller and smaller, where the majority of this stuff is in the +10. Now, one thing I will say is I think there probably should be a little bit more -40 in here, but probably not much. But this is slightly damp. I mean, just enough where it's being a pain in the butt in my screens. But the vast majority of, again, is not in the -40. It's big stuff. And when you're dealing with something where you might find 0.002 grams of gold in here, I'd be really surprised if there was anything in here. I'm not even sure if there's going to be anything in here. Thinking maybe the gold in here, but we're going to find out. I'm going to go pan this all out. I'll come back and I'll show you what I get. And hopefully I'm wrong here and I do find some good gold. So maybe a sapphire too. Who knows? Let's find out. Well, you know what I forgot to do. I forgot to check with my magnets. Not my fault. One of my kids had borrowed it, so it wasn't next to me. All right, let's check. Really not any black sands in this. I mean, almost nothing. I mean, this is it. This is what it's picking up. Let's see in the larger materials. See if we got anything. Well, nothing. That's it. Well, that's it. I mean, nothing really magnetized, so I didn't even need this. I could have probably just guessed that it didn't have that. But all right. Now I'm going to go finish panning. I already started panning the +10. So, all right, be right back. This time I'm going to come back with all what I panned out. All right, I am back, finished panning everything out, and let me show you the results. So in the +10, the only thing I found was a piece of plywood. That was it. That was the only interesting thing I found. Not what I was looking for, but that's what I found. Now in the -10 +20, I did find some gold, 4 little pieces. Not much, but it was better than nothing. Now as to the -20 +40, I found, I guess we'll call it about 15 pieces, maybe 20 pieces. Again, not much, but the weight is really going to determine if this is decent or not. But for the -40, I found nothing again. Didn't even find a little piece of plywood to make it worth looking through. But there wasn't very much -40 material, so I didn't really think I was going to find anything. So I guess let's just weigh it all up and see what we get. And hopefully I have broken my curse for extremely low ROIs lately. And this one will surprise me. Because, you know, gold can be surprising with its weight. And I really need a surprise today. So, be nice. Alright. It's not looking good, though. But we will find out. So that's that. That's the gold. Let's turn the scale on. There we go. All right, we'll zoom it in so you can see the scale. Let's find out. All right. The curse has not been broken. It is 0.071. It is better than what they state in their thing where the ground naturally has 0.002 to 0.0035, whatever it was. So it is better than that, but it's still not good. All right, I'm going to come back with the review and the recovery of investment. So be right back with that. Well, the curse is definitely not broken. I crunched the numbers and let's get to it. Again, this is from Montana-Prospector.com. Also on eBay seller, Montana-Prospector, which is where I got this from. It's from eBay. This was his 2-pound bag. No guaranteed amount of gold, but he does say you will find gold. I paid $18.79 for this. It's regularly priced on there, $39.98, but it's always on sale. As long as I can remember, I've always seen he's got it on a 50% off sale. The shipping was free. Total cost was $18.79. And as I said previously, he does have another bag that's identical to it. That's $17.16. On his website, I believe it's $24.95. So his deals are better on eBay, but you know, if you're not finding gold, it's not really a good deal because I only recovered 0.071 grams. And today's gold spot is $42.81, which means I found a grand total of $3.04 worth of gold. So curse is definitely not broken. My ROI, my recovery of investment, was 16.18%, or on my scale, a 1.6. Giving it for a fun factor, I'm only giving it a 4. You know, there wasn't really anything in the minus material. There was a lot of plus 10. So then I just didn't find a lot of gold. It's just, I can't really find fun in not finding gold. 16% ROI is just horrible. For Paydirt description, I am giving him a 6. And the reason for that is he does give a decent description, which would probably get him an 8, but he's got a lot of negative stuff in there, and it's a real turnoff. So I'm giving him a 6 for that. For quantity and packaging, he's getting a 10 for quantity. It did weigh over the 2 pounds as stated, but he does use cheap bags, and so that's a 6. So for total, for Paydirt quantity and packaging, he's getting an 8. His only redeeming quality was his customer service and the shipping. Both were quick, both were responsive, so he's getting a 10 for that. But total score for Montana-Prospector's 2-pound bag is a 5.9. And I'll even tell you, after I saw how little gold I found, I went back through this stuff to see if I could find a sapphire just to maybe help something out a little bit. It wouldn't help the ROI any, but it might help the fun fact, and I didn't find any. So maybe someone else will get luckier with that, but for me, I didn't. This was just, I need to start picking some better sellers, I think. All right. Thanks as always for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down there and hit the little bell below it to get notifications so you'll know when I put out a new video so you can avoid certain sellers, find good sellers. And as always, thanks for watching.